Hey, what's up, YouTubers? So today I'm going to show you how to create toolpath templates in Inventor CAM. This also will apply to Fusion 360, as Fusion and Inventor have the same CAD module because they're both made by Autodesk. So the reason why this is very valuable is because it saves a ton of time. As many of you know, when you do a new toolpath, you have to go through each one of these tabs. You have to say, plasma cutting. You have to type in the kerf. You have to type in the feeds and speeds. You have to select the face, which you'll still have to do that, but you have to set all of these, you have to set all of this, and you have to set all of this, and then you've completed your toolpath. So once you've done that once, you don't want to have to do that every single time for every single part. So all you have to do is you find, like, this is my internal, and so I'm going to right click on this, so that's basically the internal toolpaths, and I go down here to store as template, and when I click that, you'll see I already have saved one, but it says 1/4 inch thick internal features. So that's my internal features, and I have one here that says 1/4 inch thick external features. So I'm not going to overwrite those. So I'm going to show you how that actually works out in the real world. So let's close this. Let's open up a new part. So I have to find top clamp. Alright, so we're going to bring this part in, and I'm going to quick walk you through how to set up the toolpaths using the templates. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the CAM tab. I'm going to hit setup. Some of you guys already know this, but I'm going to quick breeze through this part just for the guys who don't. And now I clicked setup, and it starts out like this. You just select where you want your XYZ home to be, which I want it to be down there. And then this next one here, I can add extra material around the outsides. So I usually add 1/8 of an inch, and then I don't want any extra on the top, bottom, just around the sides. So once I've changed that to 0, I come down here and I say OK. So now I've got my stock set up, and instead of going up here, clicking 2D profiles, and then doing all of that stuff, I just come over here, I right click, and I say create from template. And right there, my templates show up. 1/4 inch thick internal features. I click that, and it places it here. Now, all I have to do is open this up, select the actual surface, and it's going to recognize all of my internal features, and everything is preset, and I hit OK. And there you have it. It found the internal feature, and it has my standard settings that I like to use. And now I come over here and I right click on the setup, and I say create from template 1/4 inch thick external features. It adds it, and then I double click it. I go to here and I select the face. I say OK, and there you go, the external features. So these templates are going to be a total game changer for me. I just figured this out this morning. That's why I only have 2 of them. I have one for 1/4 inch. I'm going to do one of these for every single thickness, and it's really going to save me a lot of time, and I'm hoping it saves you a lot of time. Just to complete the whole process here for guys who haven't done this before, then I go to post process, and this shows me exactly like all of my settings, my cut height, my pierce delay, and now maybe I can do templates here, but I haven't taken the time to do that yet, so I still edit these as needed. Also, when you download your post processor, you put this into this configuration folder. So once you download it, you just place it into this folder. As far as putting it into the folder, this is where you put it in, this folder right here. So you'll put that post processor that you downloaded from Langmuir Systems, you'll put this right in that folder there, and then it will show up as one of the options here. And I've got both of them, so I can run the new or the old. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off track. So now I'm going to hit post process, and I go to where I want to save it. This is the knife clamping jig, which is a new product that's going to be coming out here soon. So this is like a little sneak peek for you guys. And this is the top clamp, so I'm going to call it top clamp. There we go. And then it's going to show me the file where I can then simulate and do all kinds of stuff. But just as a sanity check, this F F27, that's my feed rate. So I usually double check that just to make sure. And that's internal features. And look at this, there's only one feature, so that's a problem. Is what I forgot to do is I have just that one highlighted. I need to go up here and then I hit post process. And I wish it would remember where I went last time, but there's a way to set that. But so go down here to knife clamping jig. I'm just going to override. This is the top clamp. Yes, override it. And now you will see F27. I've got like a 2D profile here, and then F27 again, so there's more than one thing in there. And if I wanted to, I could simulate that. If I go to the back plotter and back plot window right there. Now it looks like they're in different levels, it's just the angle. So basically it's simulating exactly what it's going to cut. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about Inventor CAM, I will do my best to answer those questions. And once again, remember, this stuff will apply to Fusion 360 as well. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.